Hey everyone, well, it's been a little bit since I posted a video here, but I figured this would be a good time to put up a new video. A little bit of excitement going on here the last couple days. Last night we had one heck of a storm come through. The last few days we've had all kinds of rain and wind and tornado warnings and you name it. And last night we probably came pretty close to having a twister here because around 10:30, 11 o'clock here last night, continuation of a series of thunderstorms been coming through one after another for, like I say, the last 2 days. Yesterday was all day, every half hour, we're getting a shower. And then last night all of a sudden the wind really picked up and, well, all of a sudden the power went out, and it went out in my whole region. Flickered, came back on for a bit, went back out, and then it was out for the whole area here for pretty much most of the night. But I had to go out here and get a genset set up and running here for my baby chicks here, because I got heat lamps or brooder lamps set up for them, and when it goes dark sometimes they'll panic and pile up on each other and smother each other. So came out here to get the generator going, and I ended up having to duck into the barn while a crazy what I figured close to a twister was somewhere in the area here, because all of a sudden you could just hear it howling and the whole barn started rattling and shaking, and my half-wild barn cats were actually all huddled up against my legs, so they knew something was going on. So yeah, so after the initial storm front pass, got the generator going, kept it going all night and through most of the day here until early afternoon, when until the hydro crews showed up. I called in this morning out by the road at the end of my gate. A tree broke and fell and shorted out the line and tripped one of their pop-out fuses. So they were running around all over doing all kinds of you know, tree removals, repairs, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, while they were there, they came with the bucket truck and cut down 2 or 3 ugly trees that were kind of hanging over my entrance line into the yard here. So now I got a mess to clean up, so I'm going to break out a couple of saws and get the tractor with the dump trailer over there, and I got a whole bunch of well, tops and brush and branches and you name it to clean up, stuff that they just knocked down. And I told them, don't worry about it guys, just, you know, cut whatever you need to cut, just get my power back on. So now we're gonna go and clean that up. And if you wonder why I'm talking a bit loud, it's windy like crazy yet today. It's supposed to be overnight yet tonight, so no more storm threats, but just kind of, I guess, the tail end of that system. Still, if there's wind noise in the camera, well, you know why. But anyways, gonna get to it, and like I say, probably gonna go and pull out that little 540 XP Mark III there. Perfect for this kind of storm cleanup, kind of a hot, muggy day. I don't feel like lugging a bigger saw around, so just gonna grab the little saw, and that's what they're made for, clean up this kind of stuff for tree branches and stuff. So perfect saw for the job. So, well, this is the whole mess that I got here along the end of my driveway here. Hydro service pole is right over there, of course. That's where the fuse popped there last night, and the wire is all stretched to hell now because it was hanging right down only a couple feet off the ground this morning. And like I say, hydro crews came and they chopped this all up here, and I told them, you know, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it when I can. So there's a lot more here than I figured there is. Doesn't look like there's that much, but it's all the way back in the bush here. They ended up cutting a big willow tree, a maple tree here, a young maple tree that was growing up into the wires here. They cut that down. And there was a black balsam poplar over there that had bust off halfway, and that's what caught the wire and pulled it down. And as you can see, there's another one in behind there and another one here that's leaning over the hydro wire, and there's a young smaller one over here that's leaning right over it and almost touching it. I told them they should have just went ahead and cut it while the power was off, but well, they just were kind of running and gunning, doing the best they could for the time they had. They had still dozens of outages in the area, so no big deal. Maybe one day they'll come back and take it down. I don't know. I highly doubt it. So I think what I'm going to do in the meantime, after I get this cleaned up, so this other little bugger there doesn't break and fall over on the line here, because on a windy day here you can see it touching the wire once in a while. So on a calm day I'm just going to come with the big skidder and just lay it back into the bush here, and well, just knock it over and get it away from, because otherwise I'm going to lose my power line again. This bigger one here, I'll let them deal with that, or maybe I'll give it a bunt or two with the skidder and lay it over and back into the bush so it doesn't take out my line. But unfortunately, I got even more trees on the other side leaning and growing way out over the power line. So these here, the lower branches are hanging in my driveway and they keep breaking and falling, so I'm going to get the pole saw out here another day and trim that up. So there'll be more video stuff for you guys here coming up here in the future. Some of you like seeing the old skidder running, so we'll show me knocking some trees over, probably doing some more cleanup. But in the meantime, I got all this crap to clean up here. I got all this pile here, and all the way down past the tractor here. Doesn't look like, but once I start hacking and chopping in this here, there's tree trunks, branches, and more of the same over here. Some shrubbery and bushes, and there's the stump there from that tree that broke. It doesn't look like it on camera, but it's about 12 inch, and the one beside it is pushing 14, 15 inch, so that one's a pretty good size, like I say, and it leans right up over top of my wires right here. So yeah, don't know if I can lay that one over with the machine or not, but I think I'm gonna, the little one here definitely is gonna go over next here. And I got some more crap right by the road here that's almost growing into the power line again. I'll have to knock that down, cut it back, trim it up. There was a utility crew here in the spring, a chipping crew that was actually contracted by Hydro here. They were taking out a whole bunch of branches and trimming the trees back in the area, and they ended up working 2 days here in front of my place just trimming trees, and it still didn't get to. There's a lot of it is still almost growing into the wire. Some of it was scorched and burnt already from touching the wires, so they had, I don't know how many loads of chips and crap they hauled away that they were chipping and cutting, and well, anyways, so I don't have a chipper, so just gonna break this down into smaller bits and pieces and clean up and get, there's more than a load here, that's for sure. There's at least 2 loads here, so gotta get the little tractor and trailer busy here and keep hauling this stuff and cleaning up. So anyways, gonna break down a bunch of this stuff, load up what I can, and haul off a load maybe today yet, and then again tomorrow. So like I say, it's hot and humid, but we've got bull flies, we've got deer flies, we've got sand flies and mosquitoes. We've been having rain like crazy here the last 2 weeks, and the bugs are loving it. We're into summer, so got to get the work done and get on with it. I'm going to get on it here, going to chop down some of that stuff I already thrown in the trailer, and then keep on breaking and other stuff down and chucking it in there. So, and yes, I'm wearing my safety gear today, in case you were wondering. I do own it. I didn't buy it specifically lately. I've had this stuff a long time already. If you watch some of my older logging videos, you'll see me wearing some of this stuff. So. Okay, you know what? There's a reason why I own equipment. And I am not hand bombing every single piece of this crap. Everything is tangled up in other standing brush and stubs and stumps that they cut there. So, I think you know what this means.